Hello, hello. Welcome back to the weekly Monday Motivation Podcast. No more excuses. This is your host. I am your host, Sandi Ballard. And if you aren't familiar with me or first time listening or you aren't connected with me on social media, shame on you. Go to my website, growingforward.biz, B-I-Z. All the social media icons are up on the top there, but feel free to search for me by name, Sandi with an I, Ballard. Growing Forward Growing Forward Success Coaching on the old Facebook. All right, so find me because if you are a veteran listener, you know I post challenges, questions, articles all week based on the theme of the podcast. All right, so get ready to keep thinking, keep working all week. All right, so last week I came back from Vegas, hit the ground running. We got back, took the red eye home Monday night, so got in about 2 a.m., hit the bed at 3 on Tuesday morning, and had an evening event, my monthly Bitches and Booze connecting event, which is always a fun time, and then had lots of networking, 5 client meetings, and one of my monthly coaching groups that has 5 people in it. 5, 6, 5, yes. And then I spoke at a new group, Women in Agile, so that was super cool. Had almost 50 people there. So no wonder I slept Friday into Saturday for like 9 hours. And then it was just a rainy, crappy day on Saturday. So got up, eased into the morning, went to the gym, and just, got things done around the house. I needed to recharge from the week. And time away, even though I networked some, was a great opportunity for me to relax my brain. Yes, I was in Vegas, but I spent a lot of time at the pool, just thinking and working and not really working, but just, I guess, more thinking about what was going on and being ready to operate at 100%. Like I preached to all of you a few weeks ago, it's like making sure that you're not multitasking, that you're operating at 100%, that you take the time for you, whatever is needed, so you're 100%, you're fully present for whoever's in front of you, your client, your staff, your boss, your family, right? And the people who attended my talk, it was really cool because that's one of the things we really talked about, why being number one in your life is so important. But I needed to be 100% for them, so I was really glad I had that time to become fully present and be ready for them. All right, so what about you? Have you been practicing not multitasking and being 100% for whoever is in front of you, whether they're in front of you physically or Skyping, Zooming, or on the phone, right? Are you 100%? Are you done multitasking? Are you done answering that text while you're talking on the phone? Huh? And how about, like last week, in the last week's podcast, changing your mindset about what if. Okay, so in last week's podcast, I asked you to start using what if as a tool to get you excited, focused, and motivated. I heard from some people, they're fill in the blank. It was what if, and then you were supposed to fill in the blank. And one woman was like, what if I bought my husband a plane? And I know that sounds pretentious. That sounds very big. But he does fly the small planes. I can't think of the name of it right now, but it's a hobby. They have a business, but they even will take like little short family, like go up to Hershey, Pennsylvania from Indiana, things like that. But, she's like, what if I bought him one of those planes? That's thinking in a positive manner. And then another one, what if I landed one more corporate client? What if I what if I keep working out like I have been? So those are all switching that what if to a more positive sense, that more positive mindset, right? So the mindset is very tough, but such a powerful tool. And this shift can be life-changing, right? And what's interesting is, and I was thinking about this life-changing mindset, it was sort of, I guess, funny, ironic, however you want to put it. About a month or so ago, I had a client ask me to attend a new group dinner for her that she was just kicking off to see, how she presented herself, what more she needed to do. And so I was there to support her. And, I was talking to the other people around the table. And one of the attendees was talking, we're all just randomly talking about things. And he had gotten Brussels sprouts with his dinner. And he goes, these Brussels sprouts, these were life-changing. And we laughed. But then there was a few of us that were like, yeah, they happen. We told the story, and I personally had a negative perception about Brussels sprouts and got into a situation years ago, or I was in a situation years ago where I had no choice but to try them. And it was mind-blowing. And I had held on to this mindset about Brussels sprouts my whole life. And in one moment, it changed. My life changed. My perception changed. My mindset changed. And I now eat them sometimes twice a week, but usually at least once a week, 3 times a month, I guess. And, it's like something so simple, like trying it when there's no other option. You're put, I don't know if it's like you're put against the wall and you have no other option. You have to take that leap of faith. You have to take that jump, right? So it's something that's so simple, but you held onto this negative connotation about it. Yet, in that split second, it created a powerful, life-changing result. Isn't that crazy? Brussels sprouts. Who would have thought? I know people that have loved them their whole life. And it's interesting to think about what we hold on to, that we are unaware of how much it's holding us back. I spent 45 years thinking Brussels sprouts were just awful. Probably the worst thing on earth besides watermelon. Sorry, I hate watermelon. But I have tried watermelon, all right? But I hadn't ever tried Brussels sprouts. I probably heard one of my parents say they were awful. I know for a fact my mother never made them. My father never made them. We never ate Brussels sprouts. So in my head, they were awful, right? So what other things like that are we holding on to that is holding us back? Again, going back to last week, finishing that sentence, what if? How many years have I know I personally have finished it with a negative connotation, negative thought. I finished what if negatively. So what else are you holding on to? What is keeping you from simple pleasures in life like Brussels sprouts up to a powerful shift like turning what if, fill in the blank negatively, to what if I can? What if I buy? What if I keep doing? What if? So take a moment and think about that, right? How many other false perceptions do you have? And perhaps, like this gentleman that was at this dinner, he discovered Brussels sprouts. I discovered Brussels sprouts. This other woman discovered Brussels sprouts. And it was a life-changing experience. It's like, where have they been all my life, right? That's what I want to hear about this week. And we'll focus on in my social media posts. So make sure you're checking them out and follow me. And if you are a new follower or connector, please make sure you message me and let me know so I can follow you back. And just so I know, I can give you a shout out. So post in the comments section or email me, sballard@growingforward.biz, B-I-Z. Tell me something you're holding on to that you think, and maybe you think Brussels sprouts are awful, but have you tried them? Right? Don't tell me Brussels sprouts are awful and you've tried them and they are awful. Like I said, I've tried watermelon. I don't like it. But is there something that you're holding on to? And maybe it's something deeper. Maybe it's something much, much bigger than Brussels sprouts. All right? So don't take it literally. What is something you just in your mind, you're like, that's awful. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. It's going to be the death of me. Fill in the blank there, right? I look forward to hearing from you. Have a great week, and let's continue to shift our mindset so we can have life-changing results. Cheers.